So I'd like to introduce, in particular, Dorene Bernard, who is a survivor of the residential school system, but better known as a friend of mine and a grandmother, because it was a long time before I realized she was a survivor. And I'm really glad you could come from Indian Brook today. And Sister Pat Kelly is over here. Sister Pat is taught at Shubenacadie School, and I think taught your sister.
Yeah.
So we want to bring the two of you together. Thank you all for coming. This is just a very simple kind of gathering to acknowledge our part in having been at Shubenacadie and St. Eugene. We've been on both coasts at residential schools. I'm going to ask Sister Cecilia to unveil the panel or the plaque, and then I will ask Dorene to offer a prayer.
First time seeing it too.
Sister Cecilia lives in British Columbia and has been very active in Truth and Reconciliation there. The cloth is from Peru. Beautiful. This is the tile Dorene did that many of you saw at the Mi'kmaq Friendship Center, but also at the museum. She did it as a tile, and we got permission from her to use it here. And this is 3 generations, 4 generations, 5 generations, the people who went to the residential school and the children of those. So would you like to talk to the families?
So this is my grandmother, Bridget Howe Maloney. This is my mom, Nancy Howe Lutz. And this is me, my granddaughter Zahara, my daughter Bride. 3 of us went to the residential school, 3 generations.
Happy to see you. Yeah. You want to offer your prayer?
Yeah. I'd like to offer this prayer. Gisul, Great Spirit, good creator of all things, grandmothers and grandfathers, the 4 sacred directions, the 4 sacred races. Please hear our humble prayer. We give thanks for those who are gathered in this sacred circle at this time, in this place. We give thanks for our Mother Earth, her sacred water, our sacred breath, the air, and our sacred fire, the sun. We give thanks for the 4-legged, the swimmers, the flyers, the crawlers, the plants and the trees and the rocks that enable us to be here today. We pray for all nations to come united in our commitment to protect our Mother Earth and our water for all our relations, for our future generations. We offer prayers for those who are sick and suffering, and for those who are grieving, and for those that are impacted by the societal ills and the circumstances that put them at risk. Please give them strength and healing and comfort and resiliency in their times of need. We pray for our brothers and sisters behind the walls of prisons. We pray for all residential school survivors and our families for their help and healing, their good health, long life, and happiness. We pray for protection and guidance, and for the good of our nations, our communities, our elders, our youth, our families, our leaders, and our medicine people. We pray for strength and courage to continue our work that encourages growth and positive change. We offer prayers for those who work for the disadvantaged, the dispossessed, the oppressed, for their good health, long life and happiness, and their help and understanding. We do this, Gisul, so that to help us to create a better society that respects everyone's rights and freedoms. Visit Nogama, all my relations.
when Dorene arrived today, I showed her the newspaper. She calls him Uncle Doug. Doug Knockwood, who died last week. I just want to encourage you, if you just saw the picture and didn't read the article, it would be really good to read about him. A true story of a survivor and how he healed and how he helped so many other people do that. People are really very, very sad about his death. He'll be terribly missed. So I'm going to give the newspaper to Dorene. So not that it's mine to give. Several of us have been involved in truth and reconciliation. I'll turn this over in a few minutes. But I asked Sister Donna if she'd say a few words. Sister Jerry's here, who's done a lot with Kairos. Margaret Mary in the States has worked on a reserve. I don't want to start naming names against too much, but I asked Sister Donna if she'd just say a few words about now and reconciliation.
So, first of all, thank you, Dorene, for the prayer. And thank you to Sister Joan and the current leadership team for doing this. It's an important part of the calls to action, as you know, from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. We need to remember our history. It was great privilege in many, many ways to be part of the Truth and Reconciliation process. It's a process that I continue with. I continue to meet with in sharing circles with First Nations people across Canada, and that is indeed a great privilege to hear the stories, to share tears and laughter. But I also continue to meet with the Canadian government and the other churches in ongoing meetings to ensure that the terms of the agreement are being met. And that's not quite the same privilege. But thank you all for coming. Blessings.
This little girl happens to be in the picture. One of the things we've done is every so often I buy books and I give them to some of the people I work with here and a few of the people who work upstairs in the building and anyone who drops by to take the book and read it to their child, read it with them, and help them understand no matter how little they are. And then to take it to the school where their children go to school so that we're getting the books into the school. For us, to me, it's a simple but very positive way of saying this whole reconciliation belongs to all of us, and it's not going to mean anything unless we know the truth. So thank you all. Surely come and see this. I thank in particular Melissa and Mary, who, when I said I wanted this done, came after me and said, when do you want it done? And you know, you need people like that because there's so much else that goes on. So we wanted to do it simply. We wanted to honor the fact that we were in the West. And this is a memorial that's in front of St. Eugene School that we saw. I saw it one day in the newspaper. We asked for permission to use it because we need to remember that our sisters were in both places. And there are a couple of sisters still living who were out west. And I think I saw Beatrice coming. Is Bea Thompson here? I thought I saw her come out. And the other sister is up at Parkstone, 105 years old. And they met recently, and they talked about when they would go skating with the children, which was just beautiful to listen to them, that's their memory of being with the children at the residential school. And I'm so grateful, Dorene, that you would come. I follow her a bit on Facebook. She's everywhere, almost like God. Anyway, so it's really special that you would come and be with us today. It's really important, and that Pat would come, because I think that's symbolic of how much we want to reconcile. So thank you all very, very much.